Good morning, good noon, or good evening. Welcome to Learning Cafe, the right choice for coffee and learning. Hi, I'm Len, your host for today. So, what can I get you? Oh, want my recommendation? Huh. Well then, since it's summer season, I'd like to serve you with the vanilla bean affogato, a somewhat more mature version of coffee float. What do you want? Isn't that the level 4 in terms of caffeine? While I'm preparing the drink, can I interest you with a short lesson on social choices? To make this much more interesting, let's incorporate the ingredients of the drink and let them represent the subtopics of the lesson. First, the espresso shot, the most important ingredient, defining factor of the drink, which also represents the definition of social choice theory. So, what is social choice theory? It's an economic theory that considers whether a society can be ordered in a way that reflects individual preferences. The theory was developed by economist Kenneth Arrow and published in his book Social Choice and Individual Values in 1951. It's also concerned with finding an optimal method that aggregates individual preferences, judgments, votes, and decisions for a good rule. Moving on, let's talk about the different criteria under social choices. First criteria can be defined as things that should always be true according to common sense but aren't always true in reality. There are different kinds of first criteria which I will discuss along the way. First, majority criteria. There is a choice because the majority of the first place votes in an election and that choice should be the winner of the election. Simply put, if a candidate or a choice has 51% of the votes, then they are the winner. Next, Condorcet criterion. If there is a choice that in a head-to-head comparison is preferred by the voters over every other choice, then the choice should be the winner of the election. Multiplicity criterion. If choice X is a winner of an election and in a re-election the only changes in the ballots are changes that only favor X, then X should remain a winner of the election. Next, universality. Decision rule must deal a complete ranking of all preferences and do so consistently under identical conditions. Next, non-imposition. Set that aggregated social preferences must be a product of one or more combinations of individual preferences. Next, non-dictatorship. The rule must actually reflect the preferences of multiple parties and not simply a single individual. Lastly, independence of irrelevant alternatives criterion. If candidate X or alternative X is a winner of an election and one or more of the other candidate or alternatives is removed and the ballots are recounted, then X should still be the winner of the election. Now, for the next ingredient, I'm going to present you with the ice cream, the ingredient that gives the flavor and sweetness of the drink and represents the methods of voting. First, majority rule. Majority rule means that the candidate of or choice receiving more than 50% of all the votes is the winner. Next, plurality method. The easiest and the most common method. In this method, the choice with the most first preference votes is declared the winner. Only the first choice matters in this vote counting and all other preferences are ignored. Next, Condorcet method. It is a way of determining a winner by running something like a round-robin contest. Each candidate is pitted against each other individually. There's candidate who always beats every other, then that is the winner. Next, word account method. In this method, points are assigned to candidates based on their ranking. The point values for all ballots are total and the candidate with the largest point total is the winner. Each place on the preference ballot is assigned points. Last place receives 0 point, next last place receives 1 point, and so on. Thus, if there are n candidates, then first place receives n points. Now, we multiply the point value for each place by the number of voters at the top of the column of the preference schedule to find the points each candidate wins in the column. Lastly, we total up all the points for each candidate, and the candidate with the most points wins. Lastly, relative elimination method or Hare method. The choice with the least first place votes is then eliminated from the election, and any votes for that candidate are distributed to voters' next choice. This continues until a choice has a majority of over 50%. This is like the idea of holding a runoff elections, but since every voter's order of preference is recorded on the ballot, the runoff can be computed without requiring a second costly election. For a final touch, we shall add the vanilla bean or the vanilla extract. And with that, Discussion of multiple choices is also over. I hope that you enjoyed the time we spent together and will save your coffee I served. You can refer to the supplemental video and references in the other sources tab while you sip on the delicious little bean affogato. Enjoy your day. Hope to see you soon.